told your friend you're not okay.
K-pop update alert. The biggest shockwave of the year just hit the entertainment world, and trust me, this one is bigger than anything anyone expected. This news came like a storm without warning. In a matter of hours, Kim Taeyong, who usually shines through for his art, elegant fashion, and stage presence, suddenly became the center of global attention due to an issue that completely shocked everyone. There were no teasers, no investigative articles, no small rumors that had been creeping in. It all exploded out of nowhere, as if someone pulled a secret string that immediately divided the entertainment world into two camps, those who believed and those who refused to believe. Rumors circulated that one of the BTS members allegedly had financial ties to one of the giants of the Korean film industry, CJ CGV. And like dominoes, the public's fingers immediately pointed to one name, Taehyung. At first, people dismissed the issue as an internet joke intended to generate public outcry. But some old details suddenly resurfaced, as if pieces of a puzzle that had been scattered for so long were starting to fall into place. Taehyung has long been known for his love of cinema. From his frequently uploaded visual style, his classic film references, to his interest in artistic photography and his past acting projects. All of this is now being reread by the public with a different perspective. It's no longer just a hobby or an artistic pastime, but perhaps a subtle hint of something bigger he's been keeping hidden. These pieces of information transformed a rumor that initially seemed ridiculous into something that felt possible. So possible, in fact, that online communities immediately exploded with discussion. Social media wasn't spared this massive wave. The keyword Taehyung CGV suddenly skyrocketed across various platforms. From Twitter, TikTok, international forums, and even K-pop analysis channels, everyone competed to cover this rumor from various angles. Some were shocked, some were skeptical, others were elated and proud to see their idol portrayed as an influential figure who transcended the music scene. In the chaos of information, old videos began to go viral again. Footage of Taehyung discussing his interest in visual art, interviews about acting, and even his cinematic photography style. All of these have become the subject of virtual investigations. It's as if the public is watching a mystery series with Taehyung as the secretive main character. On the other hand, industry analysts have also weighed in. They argue that large companies like CJ Group often have A-list celebrity investors. Business and entertainment, they argue, have long gone hand in hand. However, to date, there has been no official evidence that Taehyung actually owns a significant stake or is directly involved in the company. Still, public doubts haven't been immediately dispelled. This is especially true when short clips showing the BTS members' shocked expressions when asked about these rumors began circulating. These expressions have become the subject of endless discussion, whether they are read as a sign that they know something or simply a spontaneous reaction to the absurd issue that suddenly emerged. Foreign media outlets have also added fuel to the already raging fire. While they didn't confirm it, they discussed how a global idol could wield influence across industries, following in the footsteps of many global celebrities who have successfully grown their wealth through major investments in unexpected sectors. For the public, this reinforced the perception that the Taehyung rumors, while still unsubstantiated, were plausible. But as often happens in the internet world, rumors that capture the public imagination will grow on their own. When facts aren't readily available, a crowdsourced narrative takes over. BTS fans, especially those who have followed Taehyung from the start, began constructing increasingly lengthy timelines of theories. They traced Taehyung's past, connecting small moments, his visits to art galleries, his interactions with creative industry figures, his shift in visual style, and even his way of speaking about the world of film, which always left a lasting impression. It all now felt like part of something much more structured. And the public, unbidden, fleshed out the theory into an epic tale of an idol quietly building his own creative empire. However, back to reality. There is no solid evidence yet of Taehyung's involvement in the ownership of CJ CGV. No legal documents were leaked, no statement from CGV, no clarification from HYBE. The resulting silence only fueled the rumors. Meanwhile, it all felt like part of something much more structured, and the public, unbidden, refined the theory into an epic tale of an idol quietly building his own creative empire. But back to reality. There was no solid evidence of Taehyung's involvement in CJ CGV's ownership. No leaked legal documents, no statement from CGV, no clarification from HYBE. The resulting silence only fueled the rumors. In the entertainment world, silence can be the most powerful weapon, and that's exactly what was happening right now. This silence created space for the public imagination, and Taehyung, with all his mysterious aura, provided enough fuel for the story to continue to grow. Observers began to refer to this phenomenon as celebrity mythology formation, the process by which a public figure indirectly constructs a legend through a combination of rumors, personality, and fragments of fact. In this case, Taehyung was cited as the perfect example, a figure with a gentle and elegant image who could keep the world speculating without saying a word. The impact of these rumors was very real. Taehyung's popularity skyrocketed. Searches for him have increased exponentially. Any content featuring his face, even for just 3 seconds, instantly explodes with millions of views. He is strong proof that in the digital age, the magnetic power of an artist can create a storm from just one spark. Now, the world waits, waiting to see whether this rumor will one day turn into a major revelation that changes the landscape of the entertainment industry, or whether it will simply become part of the history of K-pop's biggest rumors that slowly fade. But one thing is for sure, the story of Taehyung and the CJ CGV issue is not over. Not today. Not anytime soon. This is just the beginning of a great mystery that will likely become a legend in the future.
If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.